100 reasons to hate the Houston Rockets. I can think of 99 off the top of my head. It's actually not 100 reasons. Just a few reasons to hate the Houston Rockets. And before we get into the Houston Rockets hate party, I need to mention that objectively speaking, they are a good NBA team.
That's the first reason why people hate them. I mean, let's keep it on.
That's one of the very big reasons why people hate them. Now, to have more fun, here is why we hate the Houston Rockets. Jerry, you're the fairest person in the world, too.
Yeah, thank you.
So I find that if you somehow even find a way to share some hate on this Rockets team. So I want to start with you. Is it because Dwight Howard returned, which is another reason to hate the Houston Rockets. But he and they won in his return, and they're good, and they're the 3 seed in the NBA right now for the Western Conference, if I'm correct. Jared, what is a reason why you dislike the Houston Rockets?
I mean, I actually don't have too much wrong with Houston. I just dislike Corey Brewer so much. So much. I've disliked him since he was in Denver. I can't stand the guy. He's a whiny, complaining basketball player. Every time, I mean, there was a particular play, and again, we're going to have full disclosure. It was against the Clippers. I like the Clippers. I'm a Clippers fan. But the flop was like, it was Derek Fisher-esque. It was upper echelon of flopping. And he initiates these kind of contacts and puts his head back and literally flopped around on the ground like a fish a bit.
I wonder where he got it
from. So I don't know, Corey Brewer annoys me. And if he wasn't on the team, I'd actually not have many reasons to dislike him. I enjoy Dwight Howard simply because he screwed over Laker fans, and I dislike the Lakers, if you haven't told yet. So when that experiment went wrong, I was like, yes, Dwight. Because every player that I've had, moderate feelings for, when they went to LA, because Lakers expected every player in the league at the same time, when they came to their team, and then they, either disrupted the team or kind of knocked it apart, I was like, this is a great player. I love him. So Dwight Howard I have too many problems with. Harden, James Harden no one's going to deny how great he's become.
Right.
No, you almost forget that he was a 6th man in Oklahoma City. He's amazing. And then there was that little altercation with LeBron. I like chippiness, and this has nothing to do with disliking LeBron James because I like him. He kicked him in the balls. I love chippy play. I love people to dislike each other.
That's one way to put it.
Because you know what else happened? There was a lot of elbows. There's a lot of people thrown to the ground. So I mean, if we're gonna rank balls versus a toss to the ground or a little bit of snatching and standing over, because that's disrespectful to a lot of these guys, then we can try and rank these things. But just a matter of a little bit of anger between two teams, I love seeing it. This makes the game a lot more interesting.
See, what they're not showing you guys is that JR underneath his nice button-up shirt has a Dwight Howard jersey on.
I do have a Dwight Howard jersey, and it's the Lakers one because I liked him because he left them.
Oh, wow.
You are the only person in the world with a Dwight Howard
I've got 3 of them.
That still has
Lakers jersey. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I got it after he left.
Jeremy, there's multiple other reasons to hate the Rockets.
There are.
I know
quite
you have a few, and one of them has to do with a certain shooting percentage.
Oh, it's true. It's very true. So when we watch the Rockets, we see a couple things. So if you love basketball, if your favorite thing about watching basketball is watch a team shoot 33 threes a game and make below average percentage of them, or if your favorite thing about basketball is not watching basketball and watching free throws instead, you'll love the Houston Rockets. You will absolutely love watching their games. And so if you didn't get that already, that's one of my biggest problems with them. The way they run their offense is it effective? Yes. Like, nobody's saying they're not a good team. They're a great team. They're a good team in an amazing conference with James Harden, who's one of the best players in the league by far. But I can't stand to watch them play. So they shoot the most threes in the game, 33 per game, but they only shoot 16th in the league from behind the arc. They're below average, but all they do is jack up threes. And then when that's not happening, they're going to the rim. They're not looking to get baskets. They're looking to get to the free throw line.
True.
And James Harden, James Harden's favorite thing is to go into the lane and stick his arms out so everybody and their mother can hack at his hands so we can get to the free throw line. Is it effective? Absolutely. Is it fun to watch? No, it's not fun to watch, and it's terrible, and it pisses me off.
Now, in terms of the Houston Rockets, here's why I can't.
Oh, and Dwight. And obviously, Dwight.
Well, Dwight, we've been over that 1.5 million times, like why people don't like Dwight, but there's more reasons. One, Pablo Prigioni, as a Knicks fan, I hated this man, and the fact that he is playing on the team also with Josh Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Did everyone forget? Like, there's one lone person to love, and that's Trevor Ariza, and he still isn't even that much fun to watch. So in terms of the watchability of the team, that's why it's bad. Now, when the Bucks and the Sixers are on one NBA League Pass channel, and the Rockets and the Cavs are on another League Pass channel, I'm watching Bucks Sixers.
There's no way.
I'm watching Giannis versus Nerlens because that's the matchup I want to see. Because watching the Rockets' offense is infuriating. As Jeremy pointed out, the reason, I know you have the percentages there too, because they're like, what, 16th in the league in three-point percentage, but first in the league in
just chucking up threes.
But isn't it fun to watch a team you dislike? That's the other part too. I mean, we'll all talk about the teams
they
we
win.
generally
If they were
dislike.
That's the problem if they
Then
lose.
it's fun to watch them, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, as we said before, how much I dislike the Lakers. I loved watching them when I was rooting against them and they actually had a chance to win a game.
Right.
This season, not fun to watch because you're like, oh, we're just kicking this kid
Trust
who's
me,
laying
I
on the
know.
ground bleeding. It's
I
no
know.
fun anymore.
No, it's not.
So like there is some
Jeremy knows firsthand.
I totally get this.
So that's why, again, the hate for the Clippers. Because they have a chance to win a lot of these games and there's so much to dislike about them and you want to see them lose. People probably want to see the Rockets lose. It's enough to watch, I think.
Well, I mean, I don't want. Yeah, and that's a great point you make. I want to see them lose, and I don't like them because they're good. If they weren't good, I just wouldn't care.
Right.
But there's, you want to dislike good teams so you can root against them. You want to actively root against someone and have the chance that they'll actually lose instead of, you're not. I don't hate the Sixers, and every time they lose, I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys, because they're gonna lose every game. So I completely see what you're saying. And as for the Dwight thing, a lot of people will say, oh, you don't like Dwight Howard because he left the Lakers. I never wanted Dwight Howard in the first place. My dislike for Dwight Howard goes far before he came to Los Angeles.
People do forget there was a coalition of Laker fans that didn't want him.
A large
I do know that.
coalition.
Yeah,
I would say the majority.
Yeah.
Honestly, but that's neither here nor
I was
there.
the coalition who loved the billboards.
Oh man, I was.
Stay, Dwight, stay. It spelt out desperation. The billboard talked. It had said, we are that desperate.
So many people were embarrassed
I know,
by that.
it was brutal because it was also just terrible.
Also, we should get links for this. I don't know if we can, but apparently Dwight Howard is uniformly thought of as terrifyingly unfunny.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, he makes jokes and no one laughs.
That makes me happy that no one laughs.
No, I know it's a little redeeming. It's a little redeeming, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I'll have to double check on
It
that.
was just an unfunny, not wanted, soft like Charmin player. And of course, last time we did
Soft
these clips
like
on,
Charmin? Who said that?
Kobe Bryant. Well, what's so funny about like the soft thing is like everyone's like, oh, Jason, you fight Dwight Howard. I would fight Dwight Howard. I absolutely would. He's got, I think, a foot and a half on me. But that's how I feel. That's how I look at the guy. So no, he can beat me in basketball, of course. He would beat me in a fight. That's great. But I can make better jokes.
But that's it's one of those
There you
things.
go.
It's one of those persona things. I think it was from that All-Star game when he won the dunk contest, and he's smiling and he's imitating Shaq. It's one of those things, but the perception of him was seen as this. Look at his smile, and then female reporters versus like fans, were like, oh, I love his smile. So he had the right components of they like his smile. He laughs all the time, which means he must be funny.
Right.
So no one realizes
He's
that
trying
he's not.
but that's trying so hard.
He's the guy.
He wanted to be the media darling so badly, and it doesn't translate to your teammates because your teammates don't give a fuck about how much you smile.
It's not a quantifiable stat that's going to help the Rockets win an NBA
Exactly.
championship.
Smiles per game is not a thing.
I want to watch a Rockets game with you guys. This is great.
You wouldn't be able to because we're not going to watch them.
Are you kidding? No. Of course we don't. I literally don't watch them. I have to watch them for a certain extent of covering the NBA.
I will watch them in the playoffs.
We'll
watch them in the
have to. Hopefully we'll watch them lose in the playoffs. But is there any reasons that we missed out why you hate the Houston Rockets? Regardless, leave your thoughts and comments regarding the Houston Rockets in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to subscribe.